Hello everyone. Welcome to this quick video on installing EVE-NG on HyperV, specifically focusing on enabling nested virtualization in HyperV and an important caution for Windows 11 users. Let's start with the critical note. On Windows 11, if you are disabling HyperV so that VMware Workstation can run nested virtualization images, this currently breaks Windows Hello. That means your fingerprint, Face ID, or PIN login might stop working. Several users have reported that after enabling nested virtualizations, they were logged out of their system, unable to log in unless they used their Microsoft password. In many cases, even they had to reinstall Windows. So please keep this in mind. Now, if you're like me and still want to run EVE-NG in a nested setup, maybe to run a Cisco router or any other appliance, do not worry. I've got a safe workaround. In this video, I'll walk you through creating a new virtual machine in HyperV, mounting the EVE-NG ISO image, enabling nested virtualization in HyperV using a PowerShell command, and finally showing a Cisco router running inside this setup. Let's get started. The first step is to create a new virtual machine. For this, you need to make sure that HyperV tools are installed. This can be confirmed by checking in the control panel the settings for Windows programs, or the Windows features, I should say. Now, these are the tools which need to be enabled. So go to the setting HyperV and enable the selection HyperV management tools, and make sure this HyperV platform, of course, is enabled. Once HyperV is enabled, or if it is already enabled, click on the HyperV manager. It will bring up the HyperV manager. From here, we can install a new virtual machine. Click New Virtual Machine. Give the name of your virtual machine. In this case, we will name it EVE-NG Pro, or the community, whatever the version you are having. So let's me do the demo for the community version. EVE-NG CE demo. You can change the location where the VM is going to get created, or you can leave it at default. Select Next. Keep it at generation 2. Set the startup memory. It could be 16 gigs or whatever the memory on your system. You can give it to this VM. Select Next. Select the default switch. Give the maximum size of your EVE-NG disk. Depending on your system, you could set it to 500 GB or 1 terabyte, whatever the maximum your disk can be used for EVE-NG VM. Select Next. Use the ISO file that you have downloaded. In this case, I'm going to use the community edition of EVE-NG. Select Next and finish. Once you have created this configuration, the next step is to go to the settings, go to the security, and disable the secure boot setting. Start the VM. You can connect to the VM. and start the installation process. This will take some time. As you could see that we are on the step 2 right now. In this step, the VM will reboot a couple of times, and once you have rebooted a couple of times, that means the EVE-NG installation has rebooted the VM multiple times and it has installed completely, you will be able to log in with root and EVE password. I already have the VM installed, and in the interest of time, I will show my VM. So in this case, I have the Pro version installed. I'm going to connect to it. Of course, I need to start it first. Start the VM and connect to it. I'm going to start this Cisco 3725 router. This router needs nested virtualization, so this will demonstrate that it is working fine, that we can access this router and it can run. As you can see, the router is running in the EVE-NG, demonstrating that nested virtualization is working. So this was my VM. On the VM that we were creating, we had to do one extra step. So once again, 3 steps: create a new virtual machine, install EVE-NG, and then you have to enable the nested virtualization. So the VM in this case that we were creating on the HyperV, that was, let's get back to that VM. We run the command giving the name of the VM. In this case, it is EVE-NG CE demo. These are all the steps needed for nested virtualization on HyperV and to run EVE-NG, which requires nested virtualization in HyperV. Thank you for watching the video.